Well, hey there, Kentuckiana. A very good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. here on your Tuesday. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman. Thanks for watching us here on WHAS11 and on WHAS11 Plus as we send more districts back to school. We are in the thick of it, everybody. And so we're looking for some good weather for the bus stop forecast. Let's get over to meteorologist Matt Breland, who's tracking, well, some rain for one of those stops, Matt.
That's right. Yeah, the ride home is going to look a bit rainy, but the ride to school, not too bad. Here's how things are looking this morning with our U of L sky camera here checking out downtown. Sunrise almost with us, and it'll bring in a beautiful sunrise for us here across the Ohio River in downtown. Temperatures in the mid-70s, winds out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour. We've got a few small passing clouds in our skies, and temperatures for most of us this morning into the 70s. In the upper 60s near Bedford, 72 Paoli, upper 60s near Shepherdsville, 74 for you folks near Hodgenville. But as the kids get ready to head out to the bus stop, temperatures will be ranging into the mid-70s, a few passing clouds here and there. Warming up later on into the day. Headed home, they'll see temperatures into the lower 90s and clouds building in our skies, along with rain chances that will be elevated by then as well. You'll notice on satellite and radar, we're seeing a few small showers and thunderstorms developing closer towards our west. We're expecting some of that activity to start carrying over into Kentuckiana throughout our afternoon. So as of right now, we're staying quiet and dry, but you can expect some increasing clouds throughout the rest of the morning time, and then scattered showers are expected to start popping up by 12 p.m. Once they arrive, they're really going to stick around for the rest of the day. By 3 p.m., I'm expecting some scattered downpours across Kentuckiana. Some of those will still be lasting into our evening hours until the nighttime is whenever they'll start fading away, and we will have some more clouds that we'll see for our Wednesday morning. We're also tracking some additional chances for showers for Wednesday afternoon. But keep in mind, today is going to be one of our rainier days. We'll have more details about that forecast coming up here in just a few short minutes. But here's a quick check of traffic this morning. So far, all of our major interstates and roadways into and out of the Louisville Metro are looking good to go this morning. If we have any holdups, we will let you know.
We will spend $2 billion here in Louisville modernizing this plant.
That is Ford President and CEO Jim Farley at the Louisville Assembly Plant on Monday, explaining his new plan to build an all-electric vehicle that's affordable for the everyday driver right here in Louisville.
Gabe Gonzalez is now joining us here in studio to tell us a little bit more about the major economic development that is happening in the Derby City.
A lot of details to get to. Good morning, Gabe.
Hey, good morning, Jim and Grace. All roads to the future of Ford's new electric vehicle runs right through Louisville. It's being called Ford's next Model T moment, and it's bringing a $2 billion investment right here to our city. Now, Ford CEO Jim Farley announced a new EV pickup truck that's coming in 2027. That truck is going to be affordable for the everyday driver with a starting cost around $30,000. It'll be built at the plant in Louisville. Farley acknowledged this new plant is a bet with high risks. Demand for EVs has slowed, while some tax credits for consumers who buy them will soon be going away because of recent legislation from the Trump administration. We asked Farley about his plans to keep the new EV affordable.
Sir, how do you keep the cost so low with tariffs, those import taxes? How are you going to keep this at $30,000?
Well, that's why we did all the innovation. 20 to 30% less parts, 40% less time in assembly. It's just a radical approach. That's why it was required to keep the vehicle.
Ford says the key to a competitive and profitable universal electric vehicle model is to completely change how they build these vehicles, which is why the company is closing the Louisville Assembly Plant at the end of the year. The inside is going to be completely remodeled. UAW Local 862 President Todd Dunn told WHAS in April the plant would be gutted to make way for the electric vehicle manufacturing. Dunn said the upcoming temporary closures is expected to last anywhere from 8 to 10 months. Monday's announcement also touched on a new way to build these EVs, including the use of AI. So we asked Farley if jobs could be at risk. I'll have that answer coming up. Jim, Grace.
Thank you very much, Gabe. Some more local news. Right now, LMPD is investigating a fatal stabbing in the Clifton Heights neighborhood. It happened around 8 p.m. yesterday at an apartment complex off of Melwood Avenue and Zorn Avenue, which is near the VA hospital. Police say they found a man inside an apartment suffering from multiple stab wounds. He died at the scene. The police say all parties have been accounted for in this incident. $1 million bond set for the man police say kidnapped a Linden mother, her 2 kids, on his way to rob a bank on Friday.
32-year-old Armand Langford's criminal history, though, dates back to long before Friday's incident. According to court documents, between August and November of 2021, Langford either robbed or attempted to rob 22 people while they withdrew cash from ATMs. In February of 2024, he was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Langford had only served about 5 months when Judge Jessica Green granted him shock probation in July of 2024. One of Green's 17 conditions included Langford be put on the highest level of probation supervision. Now, Kentucky lawmakers are speaking out about the fact Langford got out of prison so quickly, saying this won't happen again.
Anyone who is convicted of a violent felony in the state of Kentucky now will serve at least 85% of their sentence behind bars.
Kentucky Representative Republican Jared Bauman of Louisville was a primary sponsor of House Bill 5, also known as the Safer Kentucky Act. The law took effect after Langford's 2021 case went to court. Bauman says now the Safer Kentucky Act will mean different outcomes in the courtroom. Langford is expected back in court on August 19th. Four more Kentuckiana school districts are heading back to class today.
Let's go ahead and take a look at who is celebrating a first day of school. Here in Kentucky, the Archdiocese of Louisville is getting back into classrooms, as well as Bullitt County Public Schools and Elizabethtown Schools. On the other side of the river, South Harrison Community Schools return for a first day of class. So let's dive a little bit deeper now. Louisville Catholic School students are going to be welcomed in by a new superintendent this year, Amy Nall. Nall was chosen by Archbishop Shelton Fobb. She took over the position on July 1st, so she's had a little over a month to settle in before the start of the school year. In fact, we spoke with Superintendent Nall earlier in GMK at 5:45.
And in E-Town, construction is being done on TK Stone Middle School. It started in March, so the project won't be finished this year. Elizabethtown also has a new assistant superintendent, Daniel Lockwood. And the district is giving a big shout out to Mr. Hinkle, who is starting his 37th year today. We're speaking with Superintendent Paul Mullins on GMK coming up at 6:45. One Southern Indiana district heading back today, South Harrison Community Schools. Its 8 schools are welcoming a new associate superintendent, Nathan Freed, for his first full year on the job.
And transportation was front of mind for Bullitt County parents yesterday. The district will be welcoming back 13,000 students this morning, many of them riding on the bus routes that were released on Sunday. That had some concern for some parents yesterday, but Superintendent Jesse Bacon says not a lot has changed this year when it comes to transportation. And if those parents do have concerns, they should go ahead and contact the district transportation department.
Always been communicated out there. Generally, we go about 2 to 3 days before school starts and go ahead and distribute that out there. But there's really been no major changes to our bus routing systems or what parents can expect in terms of transportation for their students coming to or from school.
Superintendent Bacon is encouraging parents to download the Bullitt County Public Schools app. He says that's the best way that parents can get information on their child's school, extracurricular activities, and it'll be the only way the district can communicate with students online. We're speaking with the superintendent coming up on GMK here in just about 6 minutes. And if you're sending your kids back to class, we know plenty of you already have. You already have those first day photos. We want to go ahead and see them too. You can text them to the number you see on your screen, 502-582-7290, and you might see your student featured right here on GMK.